A comfortable shot there.
Good bowling, good bowling.
His first half century was against Netherlands, the first ODI that we played as an ODI nation.
It was in Amstelveen on the 1st of August in 2018.
And what a way to bring your half century in front of your home crowd.
Who beaten there, Arif Sheikh, the end of the 26th over. Nepal 1-2-3 4-3.
सुरक्षित निर्माण को शक्तिशाली आधार SR Steel.
Skyward washing machine. We care every detail.
मेरो सीतलाई बुझ्ला कसले, मेरो जागरलाई अनुभव गर्ला कसले, सानो व्यवसायमा नै सीमित मेरो कर्मलाई व्यापारमा परिवर्तन गर्न साथ देला कसले। यी प्रश्नहरूको जवाब तब पाए जब मैले सिद्धार्थ बैंकको साथ पाए। कर्मशील उद्यमीहरूको लागि सिद्धार्थ बैंकको सरल एसएमई कर्जा अब पूरा हुनेछन् तपाईका सपनाहरू। सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
So Gyanendra leading from the front. The Nepal captain has scored his second one-day international half-century. The Oman bowling card on his screen right now. The only successful bowler so far, Mohammad Nadeem, has picked 3 wickets, giving away 24 runs with a maiden from his 5 overs.
Bilal Khal have been impressive. Today 5 over 1 maiden, just conceded 11 run. Not picked up any wicket.
Gyanendra looks comfortable after scoring his first half-century as the captain of Nepal.
And what a way to bring the half-century. First one-day international in your home soil, in front of the home crowd.
It's his second one-day international in Nepal. In fact, it is the third one-day international for Nepal at home. Bilal has so far been economic, but has not taken any wickets so far.
Scored a half-century against Kenya, ICC World Cricket League Championship that was held in Nepal. At the time, he was the captain. Paras Kharka was injured at the time, and Gyanendra Malla was given the responsibility of captain, and it was in second match that he scored 50 against Kenya.
Ducks. That one from Bilal. Arif Sheikh has scored 7 runs from 8 balls. He needs to stay there at the crease alongside his skipper Gyanendra and help Nepal build another partnership, because there are power hitters in the batting lineup that have yet to bat in the first innings here. Plays in the gap. Arif, sensible cricket, gets a single.
Arif can take some time in the middle. He's an experienced player, man who is set in the middle. Gyanendra Malla, you can give him the strike, take some time, be at the non-striker end. It's the best place to watch the game, from the non-striker end.
Indeed.
I remember Mahendra Singh Dhoni saying this is the best place to watch the game when Yuvraj Singh scored 6 sixes in an over against England.
The umpire calls it a wide.
And look at that bounce, Prarambha. You don't expect this sort of bounce into your cricket ground.
Indeed. It's also the height with which Bilal bowls. his release point, the place, his line and length gets him that sort of bounce.
And why today Bilal is so economic? He's bowling according to the field set. The third man inside the circle, short cover, mid-off fielder is bowling in that outside off area. He's not giving any room to the batsman.
No runs are there. End of 27th over. Nepal 126 runs for the loss of 3 wickets.
सुरक्षित निर्माण को शक्तिशाली आधार SR स्टील
Skyward Air Conditioners. Your air, we care.
आज गरेको जीवन बिमा नै भोलिको खुशियाली र सुरक्षित भविष्यको आधार हो। समयमै जीवन बिमा गरी बचत गर्ने बानी बसाऊ। ज्योति लाइफ सधैँ तपाईको साथ।
Skyward Washing Machine. We care every detail.
Arif Sheikh at the crease. He'll be facing some music from Nadeem. He's bowling from Tovar end. The Oman talisman has picked 3 wickets in his 5 overs so far. He's given away 24 runs. Nepal, in their remaining match of the series, will play against the United States of America. The match is slated for Wednesday.
Arif Sheikh has been proving himself in the domestic leagues.
Nadeem not giving any room out there to Arif, who's relatively new to the crease. In quite contrast to his skipper, Gyanendra Malla, who has scored 55 runs from 74 deliveries. Gyanendra himself would want to go ahead and make it large. Two dot balls to begin the 28th over. Plays off the back foot, finds the filter. Runs have relatively dried for Nepal following the departure of Paras Khadka. Nepal lost quick wickets. Defender Singh Aire stayed at the crease, did not trouble the scorecard, was out for a duck.
I remember one National One Day tournament that was held in Trivandrum University Cricket Ground, and Arif was representing region number 2 Birgans, and Birgans was in a similar sort of situation. They were 31 for 4 at one stage, and a brilliant partnership between Amit Shrestha and Arif Sheikh. They won that final of that National One Day tournament, and Arif was adjudged the player of the series for that brilliant knock in the tournament.
So Arif's got talent and potential. All he needs to do is be patient and play to the merit of the deliveries. What an opportunity for Arif Sheikh out here to build up a partnership and make a statement.
You can bat easily because at the other end you have your skipper. He's looking in good form today. He's already scored 55 out of 74 deliveries.
Pulls it, but there's a fielder. Just a single for Arif. 2 runs from this Nadeem over.
I was talking about Arif's performance in that one-day national tournament. He was as a player of the series. He scored 261 runs in that tournament and picked up 11 wickets.
That was quite a comfortable pull for Arif. Was it Ganendra? Good delivery to end this over. Nepal won at 28 runs for the loss of 3 wickets in 28
Good
overs.
chain, guys. Good chain, guys.
विश्वास जित्दै अघि बढ्दै मेगा बैंक नेपाल लिमिटेड
Skyward Air Conditioners. Your air, we care.
Aqib Ilyas, the new man, coming from pavilion end.
The batting all-rounder Aqib Ilyas has scored the most runs in the tournament. 396 runs from the 8 matches in the league so far. Ganendra.
Again, bowling change has worked for Oman.
The very first delivery of Aqib Ilyas's over. Ganendra Mullah, who was all set, or was
A big blow for Nepal. Aqib Ilyas gave some room to Ganendra Mullah to free his arms. Ganendra Mullah trying to cut the ball, not connected well. Straight into the fielder's hand. Nadeem was the man. What a day he's having at the moment.
all action for Oman has been revolving around Nadeem. Nepal won at 28 runs for the loss of 3 wickets in 28 overs.
Batsman in, please. Batsman in.
New batsman in the center is just number 55. The world record holder, Kushan Malla.
Chalo yaar, guys.
Set a brand new world record previously held at least, which includes the likes of Saeed Afridi and Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar.
But the bowling change is working for Oman.
Chalo yaar, guys.
Kushal. There was an edge to the catch. There was an opportunity, but the wicket keeper made a mess of it.
Well, Aqib is disappointed. Look at him. Look at him. Big mistake from Suraj Kumar.
Aqib Ilyas could have had 2 wickets in the span of only 3 deliveries, but Suraj did not judge it well.
It's always said that fortune favors the brave. We have seen in yesterday's game as well.
Dropped at naught. Kushal Mullah probably will take this opportunity to go on and score big. Goes for the slug. Misses it, but the ball is still going to run away for 4 runs. Reaches straight away to the ground staff. Signals off the bat. A bit of inside edge out there.
Kushal Malla trying to go over deep mid wicket. Not connected well.
He's not going to take any time to get himself adapted to the conditions. He's just willing to go for the shots from the word go. A bit of misfield, but there's no run for Nepal. The end of the 29th over, 4 runs and a wicket from Aqib Ilyas. First over, Nepal wanted 32 runs for the loss of 4 wickets.
आज गरेको जीवन बीमा नै भोलिको खुशियाली र सुरक्षित भविष्यको आधार हो। समयमै जीवन बीमा गरी बचत गर्ने बानी बसाल्नु। ज्योति लाइफ सधैँ तपाईको साथ।
विश्वासितै अघि बढ्दै मेगा बैंक नेपाल लिमिटेड।
Ben Nevis Scottish Delight Ice Cream.
मेरो शीतलाई बुझ्ला कसले, मेरो जागरलाई अनुभव गर्ला कसले, सानो व्यवसायमा नै सीमित मेरो कर्मलाई व्यापारमा परिवर्तन गर्न साथ दिला कसले। यी प्रश्नहरूको जवाब तब पाए जब मैले सिद्धार्थ बैंकको साथ पाएँ। कर्मशील उद्यमीहरूको लागि सिद्धार्थ बैंक।
Ooh, that was a good ball. Switch in music for Arif Sheikh, served in by Nadeem.
Both new batsmen in the crease. Nadeem is looking sensational today. Well, Nadeem can add a slip because there are 2 new batsmen in the crease. He's getting some movement out of the pitch. You can place a slip, remove your mid-off so that you can force Arif Sheikh to play the drive and get him caught in the slip. That could be an option for Nadeem.
Well, after the spinners failed to produce anything substantial for Oman, they went to their go-to bowler Nadeem, who made an instant impact, and Nepal in a bit of a trouble after such a brilliant start to their innings. Wanted 32 runs. In fact, wanted 33 runs with that single for the loss of 4 wickets. Kushal Malla and Arif Sheikh at the crease. This young pair needs to stay for around 10 overs and give that platform for the remaining batsmen.
Left hand, right hand combination for Nepal at the moment. And now Nadeem need to change his line and length.
Kushal Malla at the crease. He is not gonna take much pressure. He's gonna play his natural game. Full toss, finds the gap, runs away for Crow.
Brilliant placement there by Kushal Malla. Between the fielder of cover and mid-off. Sunday put in some dive but could not stop the ball. And look at this guy, confidence.
He's taken off right from the position where he had walked away from the crease yesterday. Looks quite in form.
Well, he's carrying the confidence of the previous match.
When asked about his reason for not celebrating his half-century yesterday at the post-match press conference, what Kushal Malla said was his team was not in a good situation and he wanted to score a century on his debut. He would have celebrated had he had reached the landmark.
And this is what I love about Kushal Malla. He respects the good ball as well. He's not going after each and every deliveries.
Sensible cricket from Kushal. And Arif also appears to be adapting to the conditions. These both batsmen can bat long. Five runs from the 4 balls by Nadeem in his 7th over so far. He wanted to go for it. A swing and a miss. Kushal Malla He's going to play his natural game. There's something about this guy. He's not bothered by the pressure the opponent are trying to impose on him. He stamps his own authority. A wild swing and a miss right there.
Last ball of the over.
Nadeem, after almost going there for the delivery, returns. Slow delivery. Finds the gap for a single. Kusal Molla. End of the 30th over. Nepal won at 38 runs for the loss of 4 wickets.
Is our state.
Skyward, Google Android TV, lead the future.
Action!
Parley top. Butter with loaded. Bharieko? Sorry. Sapana bharieko with buttery.
Got it!
Loaded with tasty buttery.
Line गल्ती भइरहेछ
यो के भइरहेछ यो छ नि ती बटरी कि बोले चिप्लेको चिप्ले पार्ले टप बटरी टेस्ट बटरी सपना
Back up! Ben Nevis, Scottish Delight Ice Cream.
At the end of the 30 overs, Nepal have scored 138 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. The projected score at 230. A brief change in the commentary box. Andrew Leonard will be joined by a special guest.
Yeah, thank you, Paramba. What a 10 overs the two boys had, because it's been pretty much all action in that period. Wickets, runs, chances, drop catches. The game turning with almost every single delivery. And as Paramba said, delighted to be joined by a special guest. Got Paul Radley to my right, one of the press corps. He's come across from the UAE, where he's based, writing for the national newspaper. Paul, how are you doing?
Yeah, very well, thanks, Andrew. Really glad to be here. I think we've discussed a few times, haven't we, what a privilege it is to be here this week for this series.
Paul, one of a press corps of about 150, but just 2 foreign journalists in that 150, generally all locals. Peter Della Penna of ESPN Cricinfo, and Paul Radley of the national newspaper based out of Dubai. A bit of an associate cricket expert as well, Paul. Here you see Aki bowling some leg breaks as well. Paul, you've been writing some pieces on Nepal cricket here this week. There's a real following for it around the world.
Absolutely. Fair to say, it's a little bit of traction online for us, the Nepal audience, from when we write stories about Nepal cricket. But yeah, I think also bears mentioning that it's an important series. UAE aren't involved, but UAE are involved in this tournament. So obviously my main focus is UAE cricket. So there will be much more than passing interest in this series there.
Mala just works that one down to long off for a single. You were writing a piece on Kushal Mali yesterday. What a story, 15 years of age, a world record holder now.
Incredible story, yeah. Skipping school. This is great fun, isn't it? Just take a couple of months off school to play some cricket.
Big turning leg break's going to finish the 31st over. It won't, because Shamshuddin said that one's turned too much. Gives a wide single outside the off stump. Very much a new string to his bow, these leg breaks. Another wide back to back. Like any part-time leg spinner, a little bit of everything being thrown in.
A bit of experience there for you, Lenny. I'm going to try going back to his off breaks the way these last 2 balls have gone.
And he finishes with a good one. Elongated 31st over. It's 143 for 4.
सुरक्षित निर्माणको शक्तिशाली आधार SR Steel।
राजीव दाइ पैसा पठाउनु पर्ने थियो मोबाइल ब्याङ्किङ एक्टिभ गर्न ब्याङ्कै जानु भएको छैन भने
यहाँले अब मोबाइल ब्याङ्किङ एक्टिभेट गर्न ब्याङ्क गइरहनै पर्दैन डाइरेक्ट मोबाइलबाटै हुन्छ
ग्रेट दाइ
नेक्स्ट
राजीव
फेरि मोबाइलको ब्यालेन्स सक्यो होला डोन्ट वरी
राजीव दाइ मलाई त्यति सेक्युर लागिरहेको छैन है
कसरी सेक्युर छैन ब्रो आफ्नै ब्याङ्कको एप हो यो
यहाँ बस आइसक्यो
राजीव छोरीको पनि स्कुलको फी तिर्नु थियो
अब अनलाइन ब्याङ्किङको लागि आफ्नो ब्याङ्कको मोबाइल एप डाउनलोड गर्नुहोस् मोबाइल
Spin from both ends now.
Lovely bowling.
This time in the shape of a man playing his first match this week. It's Mohamed Sanuth, only his off breaks. And there's a tiny bit of IPL experience as well. He's bowling to Kushal Malla, and we were just talking with Paul Radley, the national, about Kushal Malla's innings yesterday. Hitting the ball to all parts, zero fear. Let's take a look at a little bit of it. Try and bring you those sixes that he was hitting yesterday after this delivery. Sheikh facing up to Sanath now. Just get through for the quick single. So, Paul, tell us about this Kushal Malla innings from yesterday.
It was not the innings you'd expect of a 15-year-old. Mature, fearless. Fearless was something the United States captain observed afterwards. The fact that it was he used the word brave. It was a very brave innings.
He looks to continue to take the aggressive route. This one's skewing off the inside edge. Plenty of time to get back for two. He looks to play with no fear, really, Paul.
Absolutely. Yes, I think when he came to the wicket they were 47 for 4 if memory serves, and then quickly after that were 49 for 5, and in many games from that position they were saved by a 15-year-old on debut. It's spectacular stuff.
And more fearlessness from Kushal Malla. He hits that one straight as a die onto the bank all the way for 6. It's a glorious shot, a full flourish of the bat. We were going to bring you some sixes that he hit yesterday, but you've seen one live. What a shot that is from Kushal Malla.
Kushal's gone straight to the highlights package himself. They can't load it up. He'll just do it himself.
Yeah, a little bit over pitched by Sanath, and the real full flourish of the bat. What a talent this kid is. 15 years of age, 20 now off 17 deliveries. And he's going to try and repeat the dose, and he will. The second one goes onto the bank. I think we've got a new fan favourite here in Kathmandu. His name is Kushal Malla. He's 15 years of age, and he's got all the talent in the world. The end of 32 overs, it's 159 for 4.
निर्माणको शक्तिशाली आधार SR Steel।
आज गरेको जीवन बिमा नै भोलि।
So Arif Sheikh will do the sensible thing and just get Kushal Malla back onto strike, because he is flying again. 50 yesterday, coming at a good rate, and he's smashing the ball to all parts here. Back-to-back sixes. Here's to 26. Joined by Paul Radley here, the national newspaper, and Paul, I want to ask you after this delivery. As Malla hits that aerially over the offside, it just falls safe. I want to ask you a little bit about your experience here in Kathmandu. Have you enjoyed the week?
Oh, it's been absolutely fantastic. Like I was saying before, privileged to be here and see something that you've always heard a lot about is Nepal supporters and what it'd be like to be at a game in TU. To witness it firsthand has been fantastic. We've been lucky enough to see a lot of cricket around the world, and this has been a unique experience.
Yeah, the largest ever crowd for an associate ODI yesterday, Super Saturday, as Nepal managed to fight back and beat the USA. How did they win that game yesterday?
Well, thanks to this guy at the wicket. Kushal Malla has played the pivotal innings.
Mix up and a fumble, as we've seen so many times today. Arnav Sheikh wanted the single. I think Kushal Malla wisely sending him back, but the misfield, the fumble from Sandeep Good, that extra cover means that Arnav Sheikh survives.
Very unlike Sandeep Good, that. Exceptional fielder, probably the best actually in the Oman side.
They've been poor in the field today, Oman. Lots of little fumbles, a few boundaries conceded. Keep Ilyas's licorice all sorts continue with another full toss. Closes out the 33rd over. Nepal starting to hum. 162 for 4.
सुरक्षित निर्माण को शक्तिशाली आधार इस बार स्टील
Action!
Parley top. Butter with loaded. Bhariyeko? Sorry. Sapana bhariyeko with buttery.
Got it.
Loaded with tasty buttery.
Line कति भइरहेछ?
यो के भइरहेछ? यो छ नि ती buttery कि बोले चिप्लेको चिप्ले. Parley top. Buttery taste. Buttery sapana.
विकास सम्भव छ मजबुत निर्माणले मजबुत निर्माण बन्छ अम्बे स्टिल्स जे बन्छ दिगो बन्छ
विश्वासितै अघि बढ्दै मेगा बैंक नेपाल लिमिटेड
Yeah, back live, and it's a drinks break. Here, the second drinks break. Nepal right on top. 162 for 4. Remember, they lost the toss this morning, and they decided Oman does.
Now, to do the most dangerous job in the world, all he has to do is stay alive.
3 years of guaranteed ODI cricket for all these 7 teams. Replaces quite a well-loved competition, actually. World Cricket League, I know obviously you had a lot of experience of seeing very interesting, compelling, really compelling series in World Cricket League. This has got a slightly different feel to it than those series. Doesn't feel like there's quite so much jeopardy.
I'm just going to cut you off because we were talking about Kushal Malla's sixes just before the drinks break there. And here's some of them from yesterday. That was a mighty blow against America. America were right on top, 49 for 5. Nepal were, as you said, Paul, not many sides fight back from that position. And he's followed it up with 2 more today already. 15 years of age in at number 6. Maybe looking for back-to-back 50s. But I suppose the format of this competition is a really fair one. 126 matches over the course of 2.5 years, and the top 3 of the 7 sides will advance to the Cricket World Cup qualifier then. And who's to say that one of those 3 sides couldn't go on to India 2023?
Yeah, and also not a lot is lost by failing in this league. If you're in the bottom 4, you've got a chance through repechage to go to the qualifier anyway, so it's like a second chance. And the fact is, you've got 2.5 years of guaranteed competitive ODI cricket. So the sides that make it to the qualifier will be so much better off for that.
Yeah, I've got Paul Radley here. Great to have him in the box. Just in case you're wondering, he's not my brother. He does look a little bit like me.
It's like Wright said, Fred haven't shaved.
Irishman here and the Englishman, Paul Radley. Paul, how long have you been in Dubai working for the National?
I've been in Dubai for 15 years. That jumper is the only one I own. It never gets cold in Dubai. Had it on all week because it's very fresh here in Nepal. Yeah, been 15 years covering cricket in the Middle East, and cricket specifically UAE related and Asian cricket, and with us, luckily enough, had a special focus on coming teams like Afghanistan, obviously, in that period, and such like UAE, Nepal now, Asian teams, and obviously Oman just across the border as well.
Yeah, see a change in bowling. We're going to see the end of the spin experiment with Mohammad Sanuth go to Bilal Khan's left arm seam around the wicket. This is a good move. Get your most experienced bowler into the attack. He starts with one slightly over pitched, and first really good bit of fielding. The rise of Oman cricket has been quite an extraordinary one over the last half dozen years or so.
Very much so. I don't think they get spoken about nearly as much as if you look at all the other teams in this series. There's a lot of reasons to find a lot of interest in a lot of the other teams. United States, top of the league at present. Obviously, they're a country that cricket has sort of wanted to do well for quite a while because of the potential, I suppose, in that country.
Good batting from Mala, just works it into the leg side for a single.
Nepal too have an unrivalled fan following. UAE probably got the best facilities anywhere, and a very interesting story in associate cricket. Papua New Guinea too have got an intriguing story as well. So Oman don't always warrant the attention in terms of their stories, perhaps not quite as captivating as some of the other nations.
Short ball from Bilal Khan, ducked under by Arif Sheikh. It's going to be signalled wide. I think potentially signalled wide on line rather than height, so going down the leg side. Bilal Khan not happy. We were covering the T20 World Cup qualifier, which unfortunately neither Nepal nor the USA were at. They couldn't get through their sub-regional, showing the real depth in talent in associate cricket in modern years. It was a great tournament, one that we'll see the likes of Oman go on and represent the associates down in Australia in about 8-9 months' time.
Yeah, again, another trip to that tournament for them. And they've also been doing well in 50-over cricket, top level on points at least, with the United States in this competition. I was talking to one of their players, actually, Jatinder Singh, after they won the first match on tour here, about whether they're frustrated by the fact they don't get spoken about quite as frequently as the other teams. And he said, no, not at all. It's all down to us. Basically, if we win more, we will get more attention. And I think they actually don't mind sort of flying under the radar a little bit.
More use of the short ball from Bilal Khan, freshening up the 15-year-old. I suppose the good thing about the upcoming T20 World Cup this year is that two sides will get through the initial group stages and progress on to the Super 12, so a really strong chance of the likes of an Oman or a Scotland or maybe even a Papua New Guinea getting through and getting 5 games against the Test Nations in the Super 12.
Possibly, yeah. It still won't be that easy with, I think it's Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, is it? The two sides who are obviously quite strong get a lot of competitive cricket between now and then themselves.
More pleasing drives from Mala straight to mid-off. Yeah, Ireland will be in there as well, my country, and no Zimbabwe. Of course, Zimbabwe suspended, missed out on the qualifier. The big story, I suppose, for Nepal and the USA will be trying to get back for the 2021 T20 World Cup, which will be in India. So that's the T20 format, but it's all about the ODI format here for the moment. Men's Cricket World Cup League 2 action here in Kathmandu. Which of the sides has impressed you the most, Paul? We'll come back to that after this ad break. It's 166 for 4.
सुरक्षित निर्माण को शक्तिशाली आधार SR स्टील।
Ilyas's bag of tricks is going to continue. I was just asking you, Paul, before the break there, which of the 7 sides has impressed you the most? You've seen quite a lot of this league so far.
Yeah, I'd say Oman, actually. I think they've got a very well-balanced side. They've got extremely good seam bowler leading the attack. Bilal Khan's fantastic.
big appeal, and absolute silence indicates another wicket for Aki Vilias. The umpire hasn't got the finger up, but he's decided to trot off because he snuck it straight to first slip, a little bit blinding for us with the sunlight. On the end of Kushal Mala's innings, Aki Vilias holds the arms out aloft. Deathly silence falls across the TU cricket ground. The 5th wicket falls for Nepal. Mala falls for 28, a great cameo from him. Nepal 167 for 5.
Skyward refrigerators, lively and fresh every day.
हामी जहाँ जान्छौँ त्यहाँ राजधानी केवल हाम्रो ठाउँमा राजधानी राजधानी हाम्रो हो राजधानी राजधानी हाम्रै हो राजधानी हाम्रै ठाउँमा राजधानी हाम्रो हो
एक्चुअली राजधानी हाम्रै ठाउँमा आउनुपर्छ
राजधानी हाम्रै ठाउँमा आउनुपर्छ भनेर हुन्छ हाम्रो ठाउँमा हो राजधानी हेर्नुस् तपाईहरु धेरै कुरा नगर्नुस् राजधानी हाम्रै ठाउँमा आउनुपर्छ मैले भनिसकेको छु कि राजधानी हाम्रै ठाउँमा आउनुपर्छ ओके 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 राजधानी सबैलाई चाहिन्छ र सबैका लागि हो राजधानी त्यसैले ल्याएका छौं राजधानी पीपीसी सिमेन्ट तपाईको ठाउँ हाम्रो राजधानी
विकास सम्भव छ मजबुत निर्माणले मजबुत निर्माण बन्छ अम्बे स्टिल्स जे बन्छ दिगो बन्छ.
He's bowling off breaks to the left-handers and leg breaks to the right-handers. Binod Bandari will have to square up to this real box of tricks from Aki Vilias.
Just look at those figures, 2 for 13 midway through his 4th over. It's been a, like you say, licorice all sorts.
I was just asking you before, you feel Oman possibly the strongest side? Who else would you say might take the 2 qualification spots?
Well, United States started very well, but you just get the impression that something's not right with them presently. So perhaps they'll find themselves eking back toward or lurching back towards the middle of the pack. Maybe Scotland, I think you'd look at it and think that they were the most established side.
Yeah, there's the wicket. It was a short delivery. Rag square and closes out. Another wicket for Oman. End of the 35th, Nepal 167 for 5.
Mega Bank Nepal Limited.
Rotating his bowlers, and he's going to get the spinners back on. Bilal Khan's effort from the Chobar end was a short one. Karali will bowl his leg breaks. He's been expensive so far, just 3 overs, none for 25. There's Kadka particularly harsh on him. Andrew Leonard here bringing these pictures with Kantapur TV HD Live right the way around the world. Wherever you're watching, you can watch it on KantapurTV.com. I've got Paul Radley with me from the national newspaper. I'm just talking over before about this league and who the 3 qualifiers might be. You've picked Oman as one. Who else would the other 2 be?
Well, Scotland, I think you'd definitely think that they've got the strength in depth, strong first team as well, experienced batsmen. They'd have to be up there. So those 2 perhaps, and then any one of the rest. Obviously, we're only seeing Nepal in their 3rd match here in the tournament, and as such it's difficult to get a gauge on exactly how they're going to do. They've got an amazing array of young talent, so you'd have to think that they might be in the conversation too.
Yeah, the table has a slightly misbalanced look to it as well.
Yeah, it does. Because USA have played 10 matches and Nepal have only played 2, so it's difficult to get much of a steer on, certainly Nepal at least.
Beautifully bowled by Kawarali, sharp turn again, and
just note the glove work there, Suraj Kumar. I think he's one of the best I've seen in this competition. Brilliant gloveman.
Yeah, keepers often the unsung heroes. It's going to caught that one. It's going to close out the 36th over. Nepal 168 for 5.
Skyward refrigerators, lively and fresh every day.
राजीव दाइ पैसा पठाउनु पर्ने थियो मोबाइल ब्याङ्किङ एक्टिभ गर्न ब्याङ्कै जानु भएको छैन भने
यहाँले अब मोबाइल ब्याङ्किङ एक्टिभेट गर्न ब्याङ्क गइरहनै पर्दैन डाइरेक्ट मोबाइलबाटै हुन्छ
ग्रेट दाइ
नेक्स्ट
राजीव
फेरि मोबाइलको ब्यालेन्स सक्यो होला डोन्ट वरी
राजीव दाइ मलाई त्यति सेक्युर लागिरहेको छैन है
कसरी सेक्युर छैन ब्रो आफ्नै ब्याङ्क
Leg spin from both ends really now, because Aki Bilias is essentially bowling leg breaks and leg breaks only to the right-handers. Two right-handers at the crease, but this sharp turn we're seeing, Paul, I don't think Nepal are going to mind that.
Yeah, absolutely exactly what I was just thinking. If they can get a score anything above 200, 220, they're definitely in the game, as we saw yesterday. I think Oman would definitely be more adept at playing the slow bowlers than the United States were yesterday, but still, even good players of spin would be struggling against the high quality spin attack that Nepal have got on a pitch that's turning this much.
Yeah, that's why I was just a little bit surprised to see Lalit Rajbanshi not brought into the 11. Just the one change for Nepal today. Debutant Kamal Singh Airi has come in place of Avinash Bahar, who hasn't had a good couple of days, probably more renowned in the T20 format. Down the leg side, going to be signalled wide.
It's strange that he's bowling these leg breaks, I must say. I mean, you can see the thinking, leg breaks to right-handed batsman, but you need to be consistent with it.
He's been the opposite of consistent throughout his spells, really, Aki Bilias, but hugely effective. He's taken wickets in each of the 3 ODIs here. Perhaps the surprise element for the batsman. The bowler doesn't quite know where they're going either. It's good confident batting from Arif Sheikh. Paul, we've seen every side really capable of beating each other in this 7-team league as well. PNG the only one yet to get off the mark.
Yeah, I think it's amazing how quickly sides get in and out of form. UAE have come into this tournament. You'd have thought that they'd have been up there with Scotland actually as one of the better established sides, but UAE came into this competition under a major cloud.
We'll come back to that. 172 for 5.
निर्माणको शक्तिशाली आधार SR स्टिल
आज गरेको जीवन बीमा नै भोलिको खुशियाली र सुरक्षित भविष्यको आधार हो समयमै जीवन बीमा गरी बचत गर्ने बानी बसाऊ ज्योति लाइफ सधैँ तपाईको साथ
विश्वास जित्दै अघि बढ्दै मेगा बैंक नेपाल लिमिटेड
Trial by leg spin continues for the home side here. They're in a good position though, still 13 overs to go. Maybe try to look it well in excess of 220. It's 250 too distant to target, Paul.
Never can tell with this team, can you, Andy? They've got it within their capabilities. Binod coming off an excellent innings yesterday. If he can be there with a sort of 5 to go, I think that 250 could well be within their reach.
Sweep shot from Bandari, and he's hit that behind square, and he's hit it all the way for 4. It's the longest part of the ground. Really good use of the sweep. Kaur Ali's proved so expensive so far. I thought he was going to be one of the bowlers to watch this week, but he hasn't been able to find any consistency in his lengths. Punished here by Bandari, who played such a crucial hand yesterday against the USA.
Yeah, I think him and Kushal Mali yesterday repaired the Nepal innings against the United States and probably won the game for them, really.
I think the headlines were about Mala, but Bandari's innings was equally crucial.
And then somebody else entirely won the Man of the Match award.
Nice to see bowlers win the Man of the Match for a change. Another sweep shot. This sweep shot has gone finer though. A really good placement will get him back for 2, despite the best efforts of Mohammad Nadeem. With all this crucial Mala hype, that talk about Arif Sheikh has probably flown a little bit under the radar, but so much young talent here from Nepal.
And another 19-year-old debutant today as well.
Yeah, that's in the shape of Kamal Singh. We'll see him bowl some seam later on. Not sure how much he'll get to bowl on his debut because of the prevalence of spin bowling here. The TU ground in Kathmandu. This is the first time we've used a pitch that has already been played on this week. And you can see it's definitely turning more than any of the first 3 ODIs.
Just wonder whether they'll, like they did yesterday, start with Sandeep Lamachani.
Down the leg side, that'll be signalled wide. Yeah, just wonder, is Lamachani heating up? No wickets the first game, 2 for yesterday. Could have been more. Are we in line for a Lamachani 4 or 5?
It definitely feels that way, doesn't it? Yeah, absolutely. I think, in actual fact, you can see the merit in him taking the
short ball, attempted pull shot. Suraj Kumar can't lay goal on that. 38 gone. It's 180 for 5.
Skyward refrigerators, lively and fresh every day. Skyward air conditioners, your air, we care.
राजीव दाइ पैसा पठाउनु पर्ने थियो मोबाइल ब्याङ्किङ एक्टिभ गर्न बैंकै जानु भएको छैन भने
यहाँ ल्याऊ अब मोबाइल ब्याङ्किङ एक्टिभेट गर्न बैंक गइरहनै पर्दैन डाइरेक्ट मोबाइलबाटै हुन्छ
ग्रेट दाइ
नेक्स्ट
राजीव
फेरि मोबाइलको ब्यालेन्स सक्यो होला डोन्ट वरी
राजीव दाइ मलाई त्यति सेक्युर लागिरा छैन है
कसरी सेक्युर छैन ब्रो आफ्नै बैंकको एप हो यो
यहाँ बस आइसक्यो
So 12 overs remain. Nepal 180 for 5. The highest score we've seen the entire week's been 214 from Oman. So Nepal definitely in the ascendancy. And the plan of bowling first was really based around their pace trio rolling out Nepal. It hasn't quite worked.
No, Nepal, they started slowly. I don't know whether supporters might have been getting a bit nervous at that point. They were going at 2.5, 3 and over at the start of the innings, but I thought the openers actually did a really good job. Because these 9:30 a.m. starts, you can see why the two opposition or 2 touring teams have opted for that, seam bowlers and stick the opposition in.
Is there a case that Oman perhaps not learning the lessons from USA's mistakes yesterday? USA went very seam heavy, even though they had them 49 for 5. Then when the chase came about, it was all Nepal.
Yeah, sorry to sit on the fence on that one, Lenny, but I think literally only time will tell, because they might be confident in their batting and chasing, chasing whatever target they're set. You would think, like, accepted knowledge would.
Sweep shot's going to beat the man in the ring, and with the short boundary on the leg side, it's going to fly away for a second swept boundary for Bandari for 4. Good use of the sweep shot. Good runs coming here for Nepal.
Yeah, sorry, as I was saying, just to explain that, accepted wisdom would suggest that if you're playing on a worn wicket against a side whose strength is their spin bowling, you wouldn't want to be chasing on that wicket. So it's a bold thing to do, but you can also see their thinking in that it's their early starts, and if you can get into the Nepal side and bowl them out for something that is easily gettable, then.
Well, Binod Das said it was a good toss to lose at the end of the 39th. It's 185 for 5.
सुरक्षित निर्माणको शक्तिशाली आधार SR Steel.
विश्वासितै अघि बढ्दै मेगा बैंक नेपाल लिमिटेड.
Ben Nevis, Scottish Delight Ice Cream.
आज गरेको जीवन बीमा नै भोलिको खुशियाली र सुरक्षित भविष्यको आधार हो. समयमै जीवन बीमा गरी बचत गर्ने बानी बसाऊ. ज्योति लाइफ सधैं तपाईको साथ.
Skyward Air Conditioners. Your air, we care.
विश्वास जित्दै अघि बढ्दै मेगा बैंक नेपाली
Beauty from Kawarali. It's been a little bit inconsistent, but that was a real special piece of leg spin bowling.
Yeah, can I just echo what I said earlier on about Suraj Kumar's wicket keeping? He's also a very popular character over here, of Nepali heritage.
Come on,
Yeah, an interesting case that, isn't it? Was he born here and he emigrated to Oman?
No. He born in India. Only once in his childhood came here actually, but both his parents are from Nepal. They speak Nepali back at home in the family home. He grew up in Punjab in India.
Well bowled.
And he moved to Muscat, take up a job and play a bit of cricket as an adult, and as representing their team with great distinction as well.
Well, it's been great to hear the thoughts here of Paul Radley from the national newspaper. Just one final question before we let you go. Your abiding memory of the week here in Nepal? There's been so many standout moments.
Wow. Can't really pin one down. Just, I suppose, anything. Basically, Nepal defending their total yesterday in front of that crowd, really.
Well bowled.
Just like a scene that we never experienced before in cricket, to be honest. I think the players, obviously Nepal players and fans, are very, very, very used to it. But for those of us that are only experiencing it for the first time, it was absolutely terrific, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think I've seen some of your tweets as well. The fans outside the ground watching from every vantage point, and I think that's something you've really enjoyed as well. That's Paul Radley of the National. Really enjoyed his thoughts. We'll close out the 40th over with the dot ball. It's 189 for 5.
विश्वास जित्दै अघि बढ्दै मेगा बैंक नेपाल लिमिटेड
Final 10, power play 3. Beauty from Ilyas. Bowled some good ones, bowled some bad ones, but he's bowled some beauties as well. So we're into the final 10 overs. That means 5 fielders allowed outside the circle. Paul looking at a big total. Binod, you must have been pleased with the efforts from Nepal's batsmen so far.
Yes, absolutely. Nobody imagined. I mean, I for one didn't imagine Nepal to be at 189 for 5 at the end of 40th over mark. But the way they
cut away nicely. Bandari adding real impetus. That's going to be his third boundary, 2 coming from sweeps. With part-time leg breaks like Ilyas, you do get some bad ones. Another poor delivery, short and wide, and punished by Bandari.
This one was pretty similar to the ball Gyanendra got out actually.
Yeah, for how well Nepal are doing, a couple of the dismissals a little bit soft.
Not couple of, almost all the dismissals are soft dismissals, pretty much similar to the shot attempted by Gyanendra Malla. Fortunately for him, it went into the hands.
Yeah, get through for the single, shorter ball this time, just worked into the leg side.
You look at the dismissals, Paras, after getting the start, getting out to a short ball, Dipendra Singh Airi looking to ride the short bouncer, getting out, and then Gyanendra Malla, soft dismissals once again. Look at the amount of turn he's getting. Aqib Ilyas, he's just a part-timer. Imagine somebody like a Sandeep and Bhari bowling on this wicket.
Yeah, he's getting sharp turn. That one just poked into the leg side, and really good running. They'll get back for 2. Split the 2 fielders, and a poor day in the field continues for Oman. 2 runs to finish the 41st over. It's 196 for 5.
सुरक्षित निर्माणको शक्तिशाली आधार एसआर स्टिल।
आज गरेको जीवन बीमा नै भोलिको खुशियाली र सुरक्षित भविष्यको आधार हो। समयमै जीवन बीमा गरी बचत गर्ने बानी बसाल्नु। ज्योति लाइफ सधैँ तपाईको साथ।
Skyward refrigerators, lively and fresh every day.
Ben Nevis, Scottish Delight Ice Cream.
Safranek with his changes. He's going to go back to himself. He's wicketless today for the first time this week. Three seamers have bowled 7 overs each, but outside of that, just a solitary over for Mohamed Sanoth. Hasn't exactly gone to game plan for Oman.
Especially Pars's inning of 38. He actually took on Jishan Maqsood and Khawar Ali both in that spell. That has beard-rich evidence. And that's the beauty of having Paras in the middle order, because he could take on the spinners. He hits the long ball. Once he gets going, it all becomes easy for the batsman to come.
Down the leg side, and there's been plenty of wides today as well. That's the 7th. Freebies. It's been an erratic display from Oman's bowling unit, it has to be said.
Lovely bowling,
I'm not quite sure, going deep into this tournament, and Oman is an aging side, mind you. They've not been as well as they've started.
Yeah, and I think you're spot on. They are an aging side, perhaps. This is their 3rd ODI in the case with just 5 days fitness coming into play.
Absolutely, that's what I feel, because almost all these members of Oman side are into their late 30s. It's not easy playing back-to-back ODIs. They're playing their 3rd ODI on a 5th day.
Yeah, each of the 3 sides will play back-to-back ODIs at some point this week. This is Nepal doing it in these middle 2 games, rest day tomorrow. USA will have to end up with back-to-back ODIs on Tuesday and Wednesday here, but Oman did it earlier in the week. They did it well because they won their first 2 games, but right now you'd have to say Nepal are on top.
Especially with the kind of weather, the old bodies do take a little bit more time to get warmed up. Maybe that's the case with Oman right now, because they've looked stiff on the field.
Driven down the ground this time by Bandari. So impressive yesterday, Binod Bandari, half-century. These two are just going to be starting to eye up, maybe 250, 260 perhaps.
I'm sure if these two bat till the 45th over, they will look to get somewhere around 270, because these two guys are known for hitting the long balls. Arif, especially in the recently concluded PPL, was scoring at the rate of 200 at the strike rate of 200. So we can back them to get big runs if they get going.
And of course, Karen KC to come in at number 8, the big hitter. No big hits in that over though. Tight stuff from Maqsood. Just the 3 runs from it. It's 199 for 5.
सुरक्षित निर्माणको शक्तिशाली आधार एसआर स्टिल।
Skyward air conditioners, your air, we care.
सनफ्लो शुद्ध सनफ्लावर तेलको खरिदमा प्याकेटमा प्राप्त युनिकोडलाई 31008 मा SMS गरी लकी ड्र मार्फत जित्नुहोस्। हरेक 15 दिनमा हिराको लगेज, हिराको टप र हिराको हार।
आज गरेको जीवन बीमा नै भोलिको खुशियाली र सुरक्षित भविष्यको आधार हो। समयमै जीवन बीमा गरी बचत गर्ने बानी बसाल्नु। ज्योति लाइफ सधैँ तपाईको साथ।
His last couple of games in charge. Soon to leave the head coach role. He's done a fine job for Nepal. Big appeal and given. Looked a little bit high to me at first, but Shamshuddin had no doubt. And Arif Sheikh falls for 28. Every time this Nepal innings looks to take real dominance, they seem to lose another.
Looks a little dawsy, especially the impact. Looked a little bit onto. But look, like that is out, to be honest. That's out. Looked different from here though, in the first instant, but that looks out. It was a googly. And Nepal reeling at 199 for 6 after in the 43rd over.
Skyward air conditioners, your air, we care.
कस्तो बोरिङ भइरहेछ यार।
सेन्टर फ्रुटको मिठो टेस्ट जसले बनाउँछ मुड टिङ टङ।
सर शाबाश।
सेन्टर फ्रुट मुड बनाउँछ टिङ टङ।
सनफ्लो शुद्ध सनफ्लावर तेलको खरिदमा प्याकेटमा प्राप्त युनिकोडलाई 31008 मा एसएमएस गरी लकी ड्र मार्फत जित्नुहोस् हरेक 15 दिनमा हिराको लगेज, हिराको टप र हिराको हार।
Ben Nevis, Scottish Delight Ice Cream.
Exploits with the bat this week so far, but he's certainly capable of clearing the rope, and that's what the home crowd and the Tour Nepal setup will be looking for. They're just a run shy of 200. They're ahead of the game, but as we always see with Nepal, their matches are like seesaws. Every time they look to be on top, they seem to fall down. Just talking about that wicket from Aki Bilias, I don't think it was a googly. I think it was a leg break that just skidded on a bit. Did look a bit high to me.
Also the impact, it's touch and go. It was onto the off stump or slightly outside of it.
Yeah, I think it was exactly what the leg spinners refer to as natural variation. We've seen a lot of the leg breaks from Aki Bilias turn sharply. That one just skidding on a bit, a little bit quicker through the air. And big cheers in the background from the home crowd as the 200 is brought up in the 43rd over. What's the target here? Do you think, Binod? Surely it's got to be in excess of 250 still.
It has to be, because they've got some batting to come. Still Sandeep is yet to bat, and then the projected score says 236. That should be the bare minimum, but I guess they will go above 250 if they bat the full quota of overs. And also somebody like Kamal Singh Airi. Recently we toured India, Andhra Pradesh with the under-19 team, and he hit 5 sixes in an over to a quality spinner.
A very capable hitter on ODI debut. Perhaps we'll see him next. It's 201 for 6.
Skyward Washing Machine. We care every detail.
बाबालाई खोप लाको पापाको पेट कटाउला अब त चोरीलाई खोप लगाउने हो। बालबालिकालाई दादुरा र रुबेला रोगबाट बचाउन यही फागुन र चैत्र महिनामा खोप अभियान हुँदैछ। आफ्नो 9 महिनादेखि 5 वर्ष मुनिका बालबालिकालाई खोप लगाउन नजिकैको खोप केन्द्रमा लैजाऊ।
यसले बालबालिकाको जीवन रक्षा गर्छ। यो खोप निशुल्क पाइन्छ र यो सुरक्षित छ। नेपालबाट दादुरा र रुबेला रोग निवारण गरौँ।
यूनिसेफ रसा।
Dari just working that one into the leg side for a single, and interesting that Oman continue to proceed with their spinners here for the moment. They do have 9 overs of seam left. Bilal Khan, Kalimullah, Mohammed Nadeem, all of 3 overs left each, but Maksud wanting to continue with spin, and Karen KC is going to use the pace of that spin and run it off the face for a boundary 4.
If anything, this was a sort of brilliance from Karan Casey. He didn't look to hit it straight, just outside the off stump, nudged it down to the third man boundary for 4. He provided with the pace, Jasan Maksud. Karan was equal to the task. He just used the pace. On your point of continuing these spinners, I'm not quite sure if Kalimullah is going to come back for his latest spell, or even maybe Mohammed Nadeem.
Yeah, but you'd have to think Bilal Khan,
well done,
so adept at the death. He's still got 3 overs left. I suppose he could come on the next over. But Aki Bilias says 3 for 31, and Zishan Maksud just deciding spin is the way to go for now. It's a bit of a gamble though, because both of these men very capable of clearing the ropes.
It is, especially for Karan. He will look to hit the long ball whenever he is given an opportunity.
well bowled.
Cut away, just going to be a single. Crowd really starting to get into it. They had a sleepy start to this Sunday morning. Great scenes of celebration all across Kathmandu last night.
Should be to Saturday. Nepal winning the game against USA. Celebration times for all of us. And all the Nepali fan too.
Driven by Karen Casey, wide of long off, but good piece of fielding will cut it off to just a single. After 44, it's 209 for 6. Bilias is going to continue, and Nepal are just finding him a little bit difficult to play. He's got 3 for 32. 2 overs remain. It'd be extraordinary if he bowls his full allocation of 10. Nepal are being so dominant in this innings, they have to press home their advantage.
Just an over ago, I saw Kalimullah chasing that ball, and it did look very stiff. So I believe only Bilal will be the one who will be bowling the depth from the faster bowlers, and if anything, Nadeem might bowl one, and then they will go on with the spinners.
Yeah, well, if Bilal Khan comes on from the Chobar end, the far end of the ground as we look at it here, he can bowl the final 3. So if they gamble and continue with Aki Bilias for these 2, they'll just need one solitary over from someone. Perhaps that could be Mohamed Nadeem. Really disappointing from Kaur Ali and Mohamed Sanuth today. Both those spinners struggling. Big swing and a miss from Karen Casey, tempting him, getting it up above the eye line. This has been brave bowling from Ilyas.
It's been, yes, absolutely, and it's all because of the assistant he's getting from the wicket. Sharp turn there once again.
Yeah, he's been sharp turn almost every delivery he's bowled, not just with his leg breaks, but also his off breaks to the left-handers, claiming that crucial wicket of Kushal Malla for 28. He's got 3 big scalps because he's got Gayendra Malla and also Arif Sheikh to rip the heart out of this Nepal lineup.
He's been that one bowler who's always got the important wickets. If you remember, Sarad Visaka's wicket in the last game, he was the one who got it. So 45 overs gone. Nepal 113 for 6.
5 वर्षमा धनबहार, अर्को 5 वर्षमा फेरि धनबहार, अनि अर्को 5 वर्षमा फेरि धनबहार। 15 वर्षपछि त झन् लक्ष्मी दाइने हुने योग छ। 20 वर्षसम्म त झन् कन्टिन्यू धनबहार।
तर कसरी?
हो, मैले हाम्रो उज्जवल भविष्यको लागि ज्योति लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्सको 15 वर्षीय 320 धनबहार जीवन बीमा योजना लिएकी छु।
अति उत्तम। उहाँहरूले जस्तै तपाईहरुले पनि ज्योति लाइफको 320 धनबहार जीवन बीमा गर्नुहोस्, जसले तपाईलाई बीमा अवधिभित्र 3 पटक बीमाङ्कको 1/3 रकम र बीमा अवधि रोग र अशक्तता विरुद्धको आर्थिक सुरक्षा र बीमा अवधि समाप्तिमा पाइने एक मुष्ट बोनस रकमले जीवन पूर्ण सुरक्षित बनाउनुहोस्।
ज्योति लाइफ सधैँ तपाईको साथ।
It's neat at home that it's definitely not 113 for 6, it's 213 for 6. Binod Das said he's so used to saying 113 or that sort of low score for Nepal. He's delighted with how this batting lineup is going. Contributions right the way throughout the order, apart from Dipender Singh Airi.
Absolutely, but it's the more important factor is nobody has gone on to make it big. Had one of these 4-5 boys who got the starts, especially Paras and Gyanendra, if one of them stayed, they could have batted Oman out of this game already.
Yeah, and these 3 overs from Bilal Khan are going to be absolutely vital to the outcome of this match today. He's an outstanding death bowler. He finds the block hole really well. He does hoop the ball, shape it back in after getting a reverse swing at the tail end. But with Nepal's struggles against the part-time leg breaks, Vaki Bilias, they have to target these 3 overs, get this total up above 250, 260.
Especially for somebody like Karan, he loves the pace on the ball. He plays medium paces better in the death overs. He likes the ball coming onto the bat. So he'll enjoy this pace from Bilal for sure.
So difficult to hit though, coming around the wicket with that angle. Mid-on's in the circle. Could be somewhere where they'll target. It's come off an under edge and it's going to go to the left of the man. Jatinder Singh at third man's. They'll get a boundary in unconventional circumstances. Bandari for the second time in 2 days playing a really fine hand.
He's played a very important knock yesterday. Today he's continuing with the form that he's had for the last game. Intentionally played down to third man. A little bit of under edge there, but he would take it anyways.
I think it was definitely an under edge, and that's why it went wide to the left of Jatinder Singh at third man. That's the block hole. Bilal Khan's so good at this stage of the innings. Seems to find it more often than not.
Smart options there from Vinod Bhandari, getting a boundary of the last ball, taking a single and rotating it to Karan. Smart move there. They will have to make sure that these two batsmen bat till the end. If they bat these 5 overs, they've got more chances of getting closer to 260.
Shorter this time into the pitch. Karen Casey looks for the pull shot, and not a bad diving stop from Karali, but it has to be said, Oman
takes a lot out of you.
Short ball bowled into the pitch. And you can see the slower ball bouncer effect, that little bit of tennis ball bounce. Really good execution of his skills, Bilal Khan.
This wicket is still holding up. It's not dried out completely.
Yeah, but just further signs, I think, that we'll see a really prodigious turn throughout the second innings. Sandeep Lamachani is going to be quite the handful. Kushal Malla, Sushan Barry. Such a clever bowler, Bilal Khan. Single to end the 46th over. It's 220 for 6.
सुरक्षित निर्माण को शक्तिशाली आधार SR स्टील।
Skyward Washing Machine. We care every detail.
आज गरेको जीवन बीमा नै भोलिको खुशियाली र सुरक्षित भविष्यको आधार हो। समयमै जीवन बीमा गरी बचत गर्ने बानी बसाल्नु। ज्योति लाइफ सधैँ तपाईको साथ।
Skyward Google Android TV. Lead the future.
I don't think that would have been in Coach Dulip Mendes' plans today, but he's been very effective. He's got 3 wickets. He hasn't been too costly either. Mix up. Wanted 2, Bandari, no time for that. Karen Casey is licking his lips. He's going to be going for the maximums here against Akib.
Especially if it's flights one. As I said earlier, Andrew, Oman seems to be, especially the fast bowler, seems to be struggling with the weather here. Otherwise, there is no way that they bowled 7 good overs and would not return for the death overs.
There is Karen Casey's attempt to come down the track and smash it all away. Makes no contact. The ball turning shows sharply. It's a risky tactic.
He just wanted to take it on the full, the way he came out. He decided it early. It was a pre-decision from him to go.
Karen Casey, he's swinging like a rusty gate right now. 2 deliveries in a row. I know Nepal are looking for late runs, but gotta bat smarter than this.
2 balls in a row has turned and turned sharply.
Skied into the air, straight to the man at backward point, and that's going to be the end of Karen Casey. Akib Ilyas is playing quite the little role here for Oman. He's got 4 for his first ever 4 for in ODI cricket. And looked like a matter of time really there for Karan KC.
This wasn't smart from Karan Casey. He's already beaten twice in this over. He still continued to go over it. So he's gone for 10. Nepal 121 for 7.
मेरो सीपलाई बुझ्ला कसले, मेरो जाँगरलाई अनुभव गर्ला कसले, सानो व्यवसायमा नै सीमित मेरो कर्मलाई व्यापारमा परिवर्तन गर्न साथ देला कसले। यी प्रश्नहरूको जवाब तब पाए जब मैले सिद्धार्थ बैंकको साथ पाएँ। अब न बाँकी छ गाह्रो हिजोको असहज अवस्थाको, न डर छ कुनै दुधार परिस्थिति।
Brink of a 5-wicket haul. He's bowling to his fellow leg spinner Sandeep Lamachani. There's the new man at the crease at number 9. I think you would like to see Kamal Singh Airi at number 9, Binod.
Absolutely, because I've seen him batting and he's most certainly better batsman than Sandeep, I believe. But that's what I believe, and that does not matter at all.
So nearly has a 5-wicket haul. So I think that beats absolutely everything. It's going to be signalled as a bye. Suraj Kumar couldn't get a glove on it. So 47 gone, all the twos. 222 for 7.
सुरक्षित निर्माण को शक्तिशाली आधार SR Steel.
Skyward refrigerators, lively and fresh every day.
कर्मशील उद्यमीहरूको लागि सिद्धार्थ बैंकको सरल एसएमई कर्जा अब पूरा हुनेछन् तपाईका सपनाहरू। सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
आज गरेको जीवन बीमा नै भोलिको खुशियाली र सुरक्षित भविष्यको आधार हो। समयमै जीवन बीमा गरी बचत गर्ने बानी बसाउ। ज्योति लाइफ, सधैँ तपाईको साथ।
Skyward, Google Android TV, lead the future.
He made 222, having been inserted to bat by Oman this morning. Bilal Khan is such a potent threat at the death. He's mixing up his Yorkers and his short deliveries, the full pace bouncers and the slower ball bouncers. Very difficult to get any timing.
He's a complete fast bowler, if you like to call it that way. He's been bending his back, bowling slower cutters, bowling it into the block hole. He's tried everything. So far he's been wicketless. Nepal has batted well against him. That's a wide.
Yeah, 2 free runs and valuable runs onto the total. Is the wide they get through to run one as well. Sandeep Lamachani coming on to strike. This innings has just had its momentum stifled though late.
I wonder if he was looking for that Yorker. Swung late from that angle, taking the ball away from the wicketkeeper as well. Correctly, you mentioned it's 2-2-4. I keep mentioning 1 for no reason. It is 2-2-4 for 7.
The last 5 overs, only 24 runs scored off them though. Brilliant from Bilal Khan, straight into the block hole again. Nepal just struggling to get any of that late momentum. We were talking about 250, 260, even 280 at one point. Might just struggle up to 240 now.
And that's because they've not had a set batsman batting with the other batsmen. Especially when Gyanendra Mallak was batting. It looked like he's the one who's going to anchor the innings throughout. But his dismissal has caused them the break.
I think again at times Nepal have just been a little bit guilty of allowing too many dots, looking for the big shot and nothing else. Binod Bandari possibly the one man who's done it a little bit better. He's worked in some singles and twos alongside his innings, but too many dots for my money.
I hear he's been given the role of a finisher and he's batting like one. He's taking the game deep. And that's what some of the other batsmen needs to do. This wicket is not easy to keep playing your shots and getting away with it.
And it's hit behind square on the offside. They will get through for a single. I just wonder his backward point done himself an injury there. Looked a little bit nasty. We're just going to bring you the replay here, and he dove full length to his right, but he's clutching his leg. Good to see him get up at backward point. I think it might be Aki Bilias, the man who's taken all the wickets, and he's the leading run scorer in this entire Cricket World Cup League 2 series so far, so this could be a big moment in the match.
Could be, because he's the best batsman in this competition. Straight away, as soon as he dived, he clutched his knee, must have jarred it against the ground, and it's not a very soft ground at Kirtipur here. This is a cold winter, must be feeling it.
Yeah, so Aki Bilias is hobbling off, and that's going to be concerning for all the Oman fans watching back in Muscat there. Dove full length to his right. He did get a hand on it, probably saved a couple of runs, but if he's not going to be able to come out and bat, that's a huge blow for Oman. Like I said, he is the leading run scorer, not only for Oman, but in this entire tournament at the moment.
And they will need his form if they are to chase these runs, because it's going to be one of the biggest scores to chase in this tournament so far. Yeah, and it is the biggest score to chase in this tournament, and especially in this leg.
Pulled, but no power, no timing from Ramachani, kicking the ground, frustration. Yeah, it won't be the highest chase of the series, but certainly, the whole league, but it will be the highest chase this week if Oman could pull it off. We've seen scores, lower scores throughout. Oman did chase down USA's 213 in the second match with the Tri-Series here. Nepal they still need some late runs. They've got to get up to 240. Bilal Khan just outstanding at the death. The end of the 48th, it's 226 for 7.
Skyward washing machine, we care every detail.
आज गरेको जीवन बीमा नै भोलिको खुशियाली र सुरक्षित भविष्यको आधार हो। समयमै जीवन बीमा गरी बचत गर्ने बानी बसाऊ। ज्योति लाइफ सधैँ तपाईको साथ।
विश्वासितै अघि बढ्दै मेगा बैंक नेपाल लिमिटेड।
Skyward air conditioners, your air, we care.
आज गरेको जीवन बीमा नै भोलिको खुशियाली र सुरक्षित भविष्यको आधार हो। समयमै जीवन बीमा गरी बचत गर्ने बानी बसाऊ। ज्योति लाइफ सधैँ तपाईको साथ।
Skyward refrigerators, live.
They'll have to get at least 20-24 runs for them to get pushed towards that 250 mark.
Short ball pulled away, and it's going to be a boundary to start. Yet another misfield. How many times have we said that today? And this time it's Kalimullah, the big man who looks so stiff, playing his third game in 5 days, and he just rolled.
Not bowling, short ball into the pitch. Bandari telegraphed it. He just allowed it to go.
Yeah, it's going to bring about a change in the field, because Kalimullah will be sent back to the fence on that shorter side of the field. Come up into the circle from long off. It's a sub-fielder on. Badal in place of Aki Bilias there at mid-off.
He believes he could hit those balls, which Vandari couldn't.
You could see him go right the way outside the off stump, but also so deep into the crease, right the way back. That one's hurt him, striking at that awkward there.
So because he was crouching, there was a gap between his thigh pad and pad, and that's exactly where it hit him.
Another change in the field. All four fielders on the leg side now are in the deep. Man from deep cover comes into the circle on the offside. Still trying to target that leg side.
You know that he was just ambling across. Suraj is aware to the situation here. Vinod Bhandari taking it easy. He was just ambling across. He never thought that the throw would come to his end. Full marks to Suraj for choosing the end that he did. And a clear throw onto the stumps, and he's run out by some distance.
Really good decision as well from umpire Sam Shudden. We don't have the third umpire here this week, but you can see clearly on our replay, Bhandari caught short in what can only be described as a very strange piece of cricket. So Bhandari falls for 35, Nepal 230 for 8. Kamal Singh Airi in at number 10 at the non-striker's end. Lamachani's on strike and he's heaved that one into the leg side. It's going to fly onto the banks where his adoring crowd are based. Sandeep Lamachani loves slogging one into the deep. That one's a maximum 6.
I told you, Henry, he fancies himself to hit those balls better than Vinod Bhandari. Bhandari tried it on 2 occasions, failing. Sandeep Lamachani getting an opportunity to get under that ball. He actually smashed it into the crowd.
Yeah, it was a slower ball bowled into the pitch, but wasn't it brilliantly picked up on by Sandeep Lamachani, sitting back deep in the crease, expecting it. And it's a much shorter boundary on the leg side of the ground today, on the furthest wicket, closest to those banks. Can he back it up? Just a single this time. Kamal Singh Airi is going to face up to his first ever.
Also the bowling. Nepal, whenever they had the initiative, they have allowed Oman to stay in the game. They should have batted Oman out of this game, especially from a couple of situations that they
to. What can Kamal Singh Airi do? That's his first run in one-day international cricket. That will quell any of his nerves. 1 over remains. It's 238 for 8.
Skyward, Google Android TV, lead the future.
Now, to do the most dangerous job in the world, all he has to
Kamal Singh Airi on one day.
as I mentioned earlier, he could hit the long ball. He's got a natural flow. He looks to hit straight. all the ingredients of a good hitter.
250 would be a really strong total, particularly with all the spin options that Nepal will have to tie Oman down. Into the block hole, and he's pierced the offside field. There's no one in the deep on the offside. They're all out of the left.